The Biden administration is launching an investigation after footage showing Haitian migrants being mistreated in Del Rio, Texas. Earlier today, Vice President Kamala Harris expressed her disgust at seeing Haitians chased by Border Patrol officers on horses and beaten with whips.
Do you have any reaction to the Border Patrol agents using horse reins to rein in Haitian migrants down at the southern border?
What I saw depicted about those individuals on horseback treating human beings the way they were is horrible. And I fully support what is happening right now, which is a thorough investigation into exactly what is going on there. But human beings should never be treated that way. And I'm deeply troubled about it, and I'll also be talking to Secretary Mayorkas today about it.
And just as your role as, stemming migration from Central America, are you also going to be looking into, looking at migration issues in Haiti as well?
Well, listen, the whole point is that we have to understand Haiti. I mean, talk about a country that has just experienced so much tragedy that has been about natural disasters, the head of state assassinated, and we really have to do a lot more to recognize that as a member of the Western Hemisphere, we've got to support some very basic needs that the people of Haiti have to get back up and to do what folks naturally want to do, be them from Haiti or in the countries in Central America. People want to stay home. They don't want to leave home. But they leave when they cannot satisfy their basic needs. So, yes, this is a concern.
Thank you all so very much. Thank you.
Want to shout out Tim Perry, who posted that video on his Twitter feed, Tim Perry with CBS. Now, Texas Governor Greg Abbott says the Biden administration is cracking down on illegal immigrants and promises that any individuals caught will be arrested. No shock here.
In jailing anybody who comes across the border illegally and trespasses on private property or on public land. And so it's not the Biden administration catch and release policy. It's the arrest and jail policy, sending a message to these folks and anybody thinking about coming.
More than 6,000 Haitians and other migrants have been removed from an encampment in Del Rio, Texas. This has been going on for quite some time. You've had Republicans and others who've been criticizing the Biden administration for what has been taking place on the Texas border since his presidency began. In addition to this, the NAACP Legal Defense Fund, they are actually calling for a halt to the deportation of Haitians and also to provide support and resources needed to create humane conditions in Haitian migrant camps in Texas. In fact, I'm going to read their full statement. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to pull it up for you. There's been lots of attention, obviously, paid to this story really since the video and the photos dropped showing the shameful conditions and showing the mistreatment. We read a particular statement yesterday from the Department of Homeland Security about their investigation. LDF says over the last few days, Haitian migrants near the southern border of Texas have faced heightened and shocking abuse from U.S. Border Patrol agents while attempting to seek asylum in the United States. Photos show agents on horses chasing and whipping Haitian migrants. In addition, the Biden administration has started deporting the migrants to Haiti, a country facing serious political and humanitarian crises. This government action occurring under the purview of Public Health Ordinance Title 42, which was first adopted during the COVID-19 pandemic by former President Trump, allows for the rapid expulsion of migrants without granting them an opportunity to apply for asylum. President Biden has continued to enforce the order despite pushback from civil rights groups and Haitian American community organizations. In response to the migrant crisis, NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund President and Director Counsel Sherlyn Eiffel issued this following statement: the ongoing treatment of Haitian migrants by agents of the United States government, as seen most dramatically this week in photos of brutality at the border and the mass deportations of desperate Haitians, must be addressed directly and quickly by this administration. Haitian migrants who arrive in our country seeking safety and security are fleeing a country ravaged by a devastating earthquake and violence following the assassination of the country's leader this summer. They deserve to be treated with humanity and compassion. LDF is calling on the Biden administration to halt deportations of Haitians and to provide the support and resources needed to create humane conditions in Haitian migrant camps in Texas. In addition, any agent of the U.S. government engaged in the brutality we saw yesterday, perpetrated by officials on horseback menacing and corralling black migrants, must be immediately suspended and their conduct investigated. This includes investigating the orders and policies that resulted in such conduct. When the Trump administration removed temporary protected status for Haitian immigrants, LDF challenged the now rescinded decision in court, arguing that the Department of Homeland Security intended to discriminate against Haitian immigrants living in the United States because of their race and national origin. Now, the Biden administration is using Title 42 as a mechanism to facilitate the rapid deportation of migrants at the U.S. border to Haiti. Let's be clear, Title 42 deportations are illegal and a violation of human rights. In 1985, LDF founder and Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall condemned this country's unwillingness to welcome Haitian migrants in his groundbreaking dissent in Jean versus Nelson. He called for equal protection to apply to Haitian immigrants and highlighted the United States' frequent use of policy to discriminate against black immigrants. This repetition of an enduring historical wrong must end. We urge President Biden to cease all Title 42 expulsions, take the necessary steps to ensure safe passage for all asylum seekers, and bring this horrific violation of civil rights to an end. Now, we have been, of course, reaching out to the administration for the third consecutive day. I have asked the Biden administration to make someone available to come on this show to specifically talk about what is going on there. They have not made anyone available. We also have been reaching out to members of the Congressional Black Caucus to talk about this as well. I have been unable to lock one of them in to get them on this show to talk about this. Now, also, the Haitian government has made it clear that they want a meeting with the State Department. Yesterday, the Haitian ambassador to the United States requested that particular meeting with the State Department, wanting them to know exactly what is going to be done. And so there was a call that took place today with regards to that. This is the letter that was sent by the, just give me 1 second. I'm going to download this. Just give me a second. I want to be able to show you the actual letter from the Haitian ambassador. Let's see here. I think we have it right here. Okay, folks. This is the letter right here from the ambassador of Haiti to the Secretary of State. I have the honor to write you in order to draw your attention on the current situation regarding hundreds of Haitian migrants arriving at the U.S. border and stranded under a bridge in the Rio Grande Valley in Texas. While my government appreciates the efforts of the United States administration to extend the temporary protected status to Haitian citizens and suspending the F-1 visa rules for Haitian students currently studying in the United States, I wish to express my grave concerns regarding the living conditions as I want to ensure that our nationals are treated with dignity and in accordance with the rule of law. For decades, the government of Haiti has worked with DHS on immigration and border security issues and is eager to continue this long-standing cooperation. Therefore, on behalf of the Haitian government, I would request your assistance in ensuring that all Haitian nationals arriving at the border are afforded care and expedited legal process. I respectfully request a meeting with you in order to discuss this issue and other matters of mutual interest. I avail myself of this opportunity to renew to you, Mr. Secretary, the assurances of my highest consideration. Today, folks, there was a particular meeting with Secretary of State Blinken as well as the Haitian Prime Minister Ariel Henry. This is what the spokesperson, Ned Price, had to say today. Secretary of State Anthony J. Blinken spoke with the Haitian Prime Minister Ariel Henry about cooperating to repatriate Haitian migrants on the southern border of the United States. They noted that the United States and Haiti share a mutual concern for the safety of Haitian citizens and discussed the dangers of irregular migration, which puts individuals at great risk and often requires migrants and their families to incur crippling debt. Secretary Blinken shared his appreciation to the government of Haiti for assisting to repatriate Haitian citizens safely and expeditiously. The two also discussed a Haitian-led process to chart a path to free and fair elections. The secretary noted that it is crucial that Haiti's government, political parties, civil society, diaspora, and private sector lead this process and work together in the interest of the Haitian people. Secretary Blinken also noted that the Haitian people deserve a full investigation into the assassination of President Moïse and justice for this heinous crime. We have continued again to cover this and to sort of go deeper into this. And as I said on yesterday's show, what we have to understand is that what you're seeing on the southern border is very simple, and that is what we're seeing here is all about U.S. policy on how Haitians have been treated in this country for the last 40 plus years. This goes back to President Jimmy Carter, when you had Cubans coming to the United States, and then Haitians, as they tried to come here as well, then they were turned back. So America has always had a different policy for Haitians than they did have for Cuban Americans. Folks, back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
It's time to be smart.
Roland Martin's doing this every day.
Oh, no punches!
Thank you, Roland Martin, for always giving voice to the issues.
Look for Roland Martin in the whirlwind, to quote Marcus Garvey again.
The video looks phenomenal, so I'm really excited to see it on my big screen.
Support this man, Black media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
I got to defer to the brilliance of Dr. Carr and to the brilliance of the Black Star Network.
I am rolling with Roland all the way.
Honored to be on a show that you own. A black man owns the show.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
I'm real revolutionary right now. Roland was amazing on that.
Stay black. I love y'all.
I can't commend you enough about this platform that you've created for us to be able to share who we are, what we're doing in the world, and the impact that we're having.
Let's be smart. Bring your eyeballs home.
You can't be Black-owned media and be scared.
You dig?